what actually is happening in Ohio, in a Republican conservative area where there's thousands of people being brought in, is going to happen in all our neck of the woods, in all our states. That shows that it doesn't have to be a liberal state or a liberal area. It shows that the government can pretty much put these people coming from all over, that's seeking, some kind of status, to put at your back door. Now the problem with this is they're having major issues, and we're going to dive into what actually they're seeing with these Haitian migrants. Not only that, tomorrow's the debate day. It's a pretty big day, and I'm anxious to see what's going on. I'm anxious to see how Kamala is going to do when she doesn't have a teleprompter or she's against Trump. I'm pretty excited about that. One more thing we need to talk about. Again, censorship. How it affects me, but also how it affects all these others. I mean, there's people calling for the jailing of Musk and the fact that, X should be shut down. I mean, this is on mainstream media. Come on. Let's talk about all these things today. Hey guys, welcome to The Max. Thank you so very much for being here today. If you are new to the channel, go down here, press subscribe, ring the bell. Give us a thumbs up. It does mean the world to us, and it sure helps us spread our message across this platform. So please comment below, and we appreciate that. Now, let's jump into these stories of the day. Haitians have now, up to 20,000 Haitians have been placed into Ohio, into places like Springfield, Ohio, and kind of the surrounding areas. Now, here's the thing that you need to pay attention to. This is not just an extreme liberal area. This is not an extreme urban area. This is not some major metropolis. This is in what we consider a conservative state, a red state. So why all of a sudden are they getting these migrants and these Haitian migrants, and what actually is it doing to their population? There's a story that says Haitians are grabbing park ducks and they're cutting the heads off and eating them. They're eating animals that are from people's yard to try to live, because that's what they've been used to. Again, because they've not assimilated to our culture, we're allowing them to come in with really no reasoning, especially in areas that did not want them, in the board areas. And again, the sad thing about these, I imagine someone had to say okay, not just the federal government. So then I think comes back to this: you're not safe in your areas, especially because there's probably sellout politicians that would be willing to take the money and add them to their city or add them to their state. So even in a conservative area, you may not be protected. So not only are they hurting animals, it says, this is very heartbreaking from Springfield, Ohio. A resident said, I can't take this anymore. This little old lady, it's actually sad if you watch the town council. And she's in there and she's saying, I can't take this anymore. She's almost to tears. She says, I can't control it. And there's people squatting on my lawn, using the restroom right in public, right in daylight, and right there on my lawn. This is unfair. And it's sad that we're allowing this to take place. Now, the mayor of Springfield, I don't think is conservative. And I think they would probably have something to say about this. But the thing is, they're not talking about it. And they had to at least condone this to happen, I think, before these people came in. So again, go back to, do you really know who your conservative leaders are or who your state representation is? Because there's probably money tied to this, and somebody wanted some money. And so therefore they were able to bring them in. And guess what? Remember, the rich or the elite or the people of the town that it doesn't affect is going to be the ones that are upper class in certain areas. They're going to put them in the areas that are in the middle class or lower class areas, and therefore, bam, we have to deal with it. Now, if you had people eating your animals, and you had people squatting on your lawn, and you couldn't do nothing about it, and they get free government assistance while you were paying taxes, do you think this is fair in America? This is not just happening in Ohio. This will happen all over. It's already happened in the liberal cities. We did a map just a few days ago about this, but it's now happening in conservative states because someone sold out and needed the funds for their cities or for their states, and then ultimately the people that thought it would never happen in their back door is happening in their back door. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a history buff or a geography buff, but I don't think Haiti's anywhere close to Ohio, is it? Why Ohio? And you know what's so crazy? Most of this is in the most conservative areas where they actually dropped them. Telltale. I'm anxious to see more on this story. But every part of the population is upset about this, and I think they should be. And this is where you need to be warned, because what if this happens at your back door? How safe are your animals? How safe is your lawn? How safe is your door security? These people, they're illegally here, and they come from a place of Haiti where it's literally going through cannibalism and complete civil war, and you think that they're going to respect your home? Come on. This is going to keep on happening. Pay attention to this. Before we go any further, a word from today's sponsor, because it's important. We live in a very digitized world, and sometimes that could be for the best because it makes things streamlined. However, what it does do is it makes us more vulnerable to things that we have got online now. Well, one of the things that pretty much has been digitized and online is our home title. Now, you think, oh, Colby, I paid for my house, or I'm paying on my house, or my house has been paid off for 30 years. Do you know that there's been people that have lost everything because someone stole their house by just changing a title, just changing a few things and a few details online? You are not safe from hackers. Your typical identity theft insurance does not cover that. That's where our friends at Home Title Lock comes in. Home Title Lock monitors your home's title 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that way you know if there's someone trying to borrow against, someone trying to change names, someone trying to be a little deceiving when it comes to your home title. Not only do they monitor it, they can help you fix it. There is a win-win when it comes to Home Title Lock and making sure that your family is safe and knowing that your biggest asset, for most of us, of course, is our home. The last thing we need is someone to steal it right out from under us. Check out Home Title Lock and their protection. You can get a free scan and a free 30-day trial by using the promo code THEMAX. That will help you at least see if you're already vulnerable. But if you're not, check out how they do this and how they monitor. You know, I tell you all the time, you need to be safe online. You need to be safe when it comes to physical, making sure your money and your gold and all that's safe at your home. You never would have thought you had to be safe when it comes to your title too. You physically protect it, now let's digitally protect it. Check out Home Title Lock today. The link is in the description. I promise you, this is an investment that would be wise to have, to know that your biggest asset is safe. All right, let's jump into social media, free speech, and censorship. Now, again, I've been really held down. To be honest with you, on this platform, we go through analytics, and my notifications from YouTube and from Google, they're not even spread. It's getting organic growth. They're not recommending me across any platforms. And that's normal for conservatism and when we speak truth. Now, I hope that y'all will help me spread my message, of course, because I feel like I'm definitely attacked, and there's a lot of people like me. Now, here's where I want to bring the story is and how it affects you. Tony Blair calls for global agreement on social media speech restrictions. Now, this is already happening in a lot of other places across the world. Now, Tony Blair is in the UK, but what he's saying is we need to make sure that there's no such thing as absolute free speech, that we should monitor it and make sure that we understand and we tell people what true free speech is. Now, this is the exact same rhetoric that Kamala used just a few weeks ago when she says that free speech is not absolute. Both of them called Elon Musk, really almost like, okay, we should ban him and we should arrest him. He's no better than anyone else. It's amazing. This man is sending rockets to space, will be the first trillionaire by 2027, is giving telecommunications and internet service to Ukraine and to Gaza, even though he gets blamed for all the problems that the world causes. He's given you electric cars, which you wanted for a long time, and now since he's the one that did it and he gives you free speech, you hate his guts. It's amazing how quick someone can hate you just because you don't go and follow along with their narrative. Free speech is very, very close to leaving us. MSNBC had a report, and I thought this was huge because this was not some speaker from overseas. This was not some crazy situation. Listen to this. MSNBC is calling for the prosecution of Elon for exercising his right for free speech and saying everyone should boycott X. Now this is coming from MSNBC. Journalist Jay Mickelson called for a boycott of X. It's not enough for some journalists and influencers to boycott the social media site. They should get rid of it. He deserves prosecution. Now think about that. This is free speech, people. And they're willing to take it away. Now, they can put the craziest books in your kid's library. They can go and have men dressed up as women to be a mockery of women and do that in front of your children. They can literally give this to kids without you knowing, and they can literally go to and spew garbage all across the nation and lies. But when you, as a conservative, or you that's libertarian, wants to say your piece and it goes against their system, you're the one wrong. This is going to keep on coming up. Republicans lost the battle on marriage. They've lost the battle with their children. Republicans have pretty much sucked it up. We've lost the battle with the border, and so therefore, really for the last 20 or 30 years, we've saw a demise of true conservatism. This is going to be a battle for your free speech. I mean, look, your towns are overrun with Haitian migrants right now. It's time for conservatives to be conservative and stand up for your libertarian views and quit grandstanding on the Senate floor or Congress floor and absolutely do nothing about what's going on. You like to talk, but no walking. And the thing that scares me the most is people like me. Yeah, I'll be censored, and I'm just a little guy. I'm nothing special. But this is the richest man in the world who is rescuing astronauts of America's, who is giving telecommunications and internet to war zones to help with the cause of peace, and also is wanting to cut government spending by a lot and willing to help do it for free. But no, he's wanting to give you free speech, so therefore, excommunicated. Not part of our power. We don't want him in our ranks because he's not falling in line. That's the kind of world that we're living in. Pay attention. So we have migrant issues in Ohio that's going to cause more problems for America because this is going in conservative areas with leaders who should have stood against it and they didn't. Then you have the situation of freedom of speech basically being taken away from us because slowly and surely they're taking conservatives off. But not only that, they're wanting to prosecute the biggest platform that gives openness to not only conservatives but liberals too. Lastly, the debate. We have a debate coming up tomorrow. I hope that you watch it. I think that both sides gave a lot, but the thing is, ultimately, it's going on a network where the Democrats tend to be pretty close with them. Pretty chummy, I guess you could say. The thing is this. We went into a situation where, to be honest with you, Biden was supposedly more prepared. Trump really had the bad end of the stick and also was on a bad network and pretty much didn't get anything he wanted and still wiped the floor with Biden. Now, I'm not being disingenuous and I'm not trying to denigrate Kamala, but Kamala is absolutely terrible when it comes to her words, her speaking abilities, and also her way of charisma, her way to connect to people. Now, I don't want to ever take away with the fact that what she can do. So I hope that Trump goes in and he says, okay, I'm going to respect the fact that she's gotten to this far without one vote, without one primary win, and now she's fixing to be the president of the United States if I don't stop her. That's pretty powerful. So again, we're not fighting Kamala, we're fighting a system. So therefore, are we fighting a system to where she may know the questions? Maybe. Are we fighting a system where ABC or any broadcasting network goes against Trump? Probably. So therefore, I'm hoping that Trump prepares for that. I hope he doesn't make light of the situation because he had a pretty easy win with Biden. I hope he doesn't lose his cool, and I hope he stays to issues. If he shows that he can stay to issues when she wants to attack him and all this kind of garbage, because that's why she wanted the hot mics, because she wanted a viral moment. That's all she knows how to do is to try to attack Trump instead of actually talking about her policies and provisions, because her policies would bankrupt America. Tomorrow's a big day. I hope we're paying attention because to me, this is going to show the start of really what happens in November. Either landslide victories or states calling in some audibles and trying to do some strange, funny business. There's a lot of strange things happening. Pay attention to them because it's a big deal. Remember, guys, please like and subscribe and also share this video. Give us a thumbs up. It means the world to us and it helps spread our message across this platform. Also, check out our sponsor, Home Title Lock. They are a phenomenal company. You don't realize how digital our life is and how dangerous it can be at the same time. Sometimes all this digitizing of things could actually be bad. Home Title Lock can help you for like pennies a day. I mean, it's cheap. And to know your title is safe. Because you sure know that this is the biggest asset we have is our home. We don't want to lose it to some scammer. Guys, thank you for watching. God bless.